Want better picture quality and more control over your images than your compact camera or smartphone delivers? Then check out the Canon EOS Rebel T7. Although it's very similar to the T6, the new model features a higher 24-megapixel sensor and some performance improvements that set it apart. Priced affordably at $500, including the Canon EOS 1855 IS Roman 2 lens, that T7 offers good picture quality and ease of use for those new to DSLRs. At the same time, the T7's feature set is expansive enough for those who want to grow their photography skills. Design. Like the T6, the new EOS Rebel T7 is one of the smaller DSLRs on the market. It weighs 1.75 pounds with a battery, an SD card, and measures 5.1 x 3.9 x 3.1 inches. The grip is wrapped in textured rubber for a solid and comfortable handhold. The T7's body is otherwise mostly plastic, but the modest build quality is not surprising given the camera's price. Although the on/off switch and 4-way controller keys are stiff, buttons and dials are well marked. External controls provide one-touch access to the most important shooting parameters, such as ISO, white balance, focus, and drive modes. Image quality. Canon's EOS Rebel series has long been a favorite of those who want an affordable but capable DSLR. The T7 continues to deliver good image quality for a camera in its class. Under well-lit conditions, the camera consistently produced pleasing results, almost guaranteeing success straight out of the box. Colors were bright and well-saturated, even with the auto and standard picture styles. The colorful kites, umbrella, and bathing suits in the sunny beach scene below also show how perfectly the T7 captured the shades of sand, as well as the ocean and sky. Low light performance. You won't find off-the-charts ISO options on the T7 and its APS-C sensor, but its range, 106,400, should be sufficient for most T7 uses, such as parties where there is some light. There's also a high setting of 12,800. This will be available in the ISO menu only if you turn ISO expansion on in custom functions and setup. For extremes, such as outdoor nighttime shooting, it's best to use a tripod and long exposures. The T7 handled high ISO settings more competently than expected, with high ISO and long exposure noise reduction turned off. You'll have to go into the setup menu and select custom functions to access these settings. Noise was well under control, and details were generally kept intact up to ISO 6400, as you can see from the sample images below. Extend the ISO to high 12,800, and image noise and softening become much more noticeable. Although photos shot at this ISO should look fine if kept small for online sharing. Performance. Both continuous shooting and autofocus speeds are good enough for most shooting conditions, at up to 3 frames per second. You won't be freezing a high-speed car race or hockey players, but I was able to capture a kiteboarder in action as he splashed down on a wave. The camera's 9-point autofocus system, which works best in high-contrast scenes, was fast enough to sharply focus both the water and the athlete. AF and continuous shooting also worked well when photographing a bee moving between milkweed blossoms. You just have to practice your timing to compensate for the T7's performance, since it's not the fastest camera on the block. The T7's battery life isn't bad at 600 shots per charge, but that's assuming you use the viewfinder instead of live view. Otherwise, battery life can drop to between 250 and 260 shots. Flash, playback, and Wi-Fi usage will also shorten battery life.